Hey there, everyone. We have made it to the end of Sefer Bamidbar, and as we read the beginning of our double parsha this week, we encounter an interesting phrase. Moshe says to the heads of the tribes of Bnei Israel, "Zeh hadavar asher tziva Hashem." This is the matter that God has commanded. You're like, wow, this is dramatic. What's he going to tell us about? Zeh hadavar. This is the thing that God has commanded. No other mitzvah that I can recall is introduced quite this way. Usually a mitzvah is introduced, God tells Moshe the mitzvah, go tell Bnei Israel, and Moshe tells Bnei Israel. This time, this is the thing that God has commanded. Now, what was that thing? And it's the laws of Nedarim, of vows. When we say we can take on that, I'm not going to derive any benefit from this person, from this thing. When I say that in the language of a vow, what I'm essentially doing is biblically prohibiting something for myself. It's a very serious matter. But why the dramatic introduction by Moshe? This is the thing that God has commanded. Zeh hadavar asher tziva Hashem. So the Chasam Sofer, Moshe Sofer, in his commentary, Torah's Moshe, he says, the reason it's such a dramatic introduction by Moshe, Ki kol haTorah talui bichlal hazeh, because the entirety of the Torah is dependent upon this principle, which is shalo ya'avor al asher kibel al atzma, that we shall not violate that which we take upon ourselves. HaTorah, the Torah that we accepted, at all of us at Har Sinai, the Ba'alah, Vishvua, the oaths that we take. Why is it so important that we don't violate what we say? Because Din Lokain, if we're the kind of person that violates that which we take upon ourselves, the oaths, the vows that we take, Gam Shvuot Har Sinai lo yikaimu, then who's to say that oath that we all took as a people at Har Sinai means anything to us as well? Moshe's dramatic introduction is there because he wants the Jewish people at that time, and us who are reading this thousands and thousands of years later, to understand very clearly that the honesty of our words matter. That what we take upon ourselves matters, that we have to follow through on it. And if we can't take it on, can't follow through, then don't take it on. And this reminds me of a teaching the Gemara Matot-Masei, where they're expounding on the verse in Parshat Kedoshim that says, Eifa tzedek v'hin tzedek yelachem, that you should have an honest eifa, which is a measure of volume, and you should have an honest hin. And a hin is also a measure of volume, just a different size. And you should have honest eifas and honest hins. And the Gemara says, wait, they're both measures of volume. V'halo, hin bichlal eifa tzedek. A hin is it's the same idea, just a different size volume measure. So you didn't need to repeat a hin. I get it. I have honest volume measures. So what's the point of saying hin tzedek if you have an honest hin? El lomar lecha is teaches us sheyeh hein shelcha, your hein. Here they play on words. A hein can also mean a yes. That when you say yes to something, when we take something on and we agree, somebody asks us for a favor and we say yes, that should mean something. It shouldn't just be empty words that it's a convenient social construct, I'll just say yes and then I won't actually follow through because now I'm out of the awkward situation and they won't remember, right? No, if we say yes to something, that should mean something. And on the contrary, or on the converse, the lav shel tzedek, that our no, if we say no, with all honesty, I say no, I can't do this, I can't take that on, I'm not doing that. It should be based out of honesty and truth that I really can't. And this teaching of Chazal is such an incredibly foundational piece of what it means to be a Jew. It means that the word, the promises that we make, our word should be honest with ourselves. Number one, we should know what we can and cannot agree to. But when we make those agreements with other people, whether it be individuals, whether it be other groups that we are helping, it should be an honest and truthful word, and we should follow through on it. Because that is the kind of person who ensures that also the shvua that we took at Har Sinai as a people, the oath that we took at Har Sinai, Nasa v'Nishma, we will follow through on the Torah, is meaningful. And I hope that this is something that we all remind ourselves, that how important it is that our word is honest, and what an important principle that is as a Jew. May we all successfully always follow through on our word, and make sure that we always continue to follow very carefully and closely the word of Hashem in the Torah. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.